In the far interior of Alaska, winter tightens its grip with a kind of quiet authority. Light fades quickly here, swallowed by long shadows that creep across the snow. For generations, people have moved through this landscape with patience, precision, and deep respect. And today, we follow that same path, observing, learning, and understanding the logic that has guided northern survival for centuries. As daylight slips toward the horizon, time itself becomes a factor. The winter sun grants only a narrow window for meaningful work. In this place, tasks cannot linger. They must flow in steady rhythm with the land. The cold is not cruel. It is simply indifferent, a force that requires thoughtful choices. Each decision, where to walk, when to stop, how to use remaining light, echoes a truth known by historic northern cultures. Survival belongs not to the strongest, but to the most observant. Here, hidden dangers lie beneath a seemingly calm surface. A thin crust of snow may mask water or soft mud, waiting silently for an unwary step. Travellers in the far north have long understood this subtle threat. Indigenous hunters, explorers and trappers all spoke of winter ground as a shifting tapestry, sometimes firm, sometimes treacherous. They learned to read signs in the snow, watching for subtle depressions, small sags or faint discolorations that hint at what lies beneath. In a landscape dominated by white, survival begins with noticing detail. With daylight fading, shelter becomes the next priority, not simply as protection from the cold, but as a deliberate effort to manage heat, exposure, and energy. Throughout history, northern peoples created structures that blended with the land itself. Some used snow as insulation, others favoured wood and hides, and many built wind-blocking walls to shape the flow of warm air around their fires. Whatever the form, the purpose was constant: control the elements just enough to endure the long night. Even a simple windbreak, positioned with care, transforms the atmosphere around a fire. The wall absorbs warmth, radiating it gently back toward the sleeping area. It shields the flame from swirling winds and keeps smoke from drifting into the face of the traveller. Generations of winter wanderers, from Siberia to Canada to Alaska, relied on this principle. It is a partnership between human and environment, a method that amplifies heat without forcing the land to give more than it must. As night fully claims the forest, fire becomes the centre of existence. Its glow offers warmth, but just as importantly, it offers continuity through hours of darkness. Here in the north, even dead wood carries hidden moisture from months of snow and ice. Historically, travellers would arrange their wood carefully near the fire, allowing heat to coax out the dampness long before the logs were needed. This slow preparation was a nightly ritual, one passed down through time. For without dry wood, no flame lasts long enough to greet the morning. Clothing and body heat play their own silent but vital role. For thousands of years, communities living in high-latitude climates crafted garments that balanced insulation with breathability. They knew that moisture, whether from melting snow or from one's own exertion, could be far more dangerous than cold air alone. Modern travellers in winter learn similar lessons. Dry materials warm quickly, wet ones become rigid, heavy, and unforgiving by dawn. This truth has echoed across centuries, shaping the way northern cultures dressed, moved, and rested through long winters. When morning finally breaks, light returns slowly. The world brightens not with the golden blaze of other seasons, but with a gradual silver glow. Now the camp stirs once more. Warm food, rich in fats and calories, provides fuel for the day ahead. Northern diets have always reflected the demands of the environment. High-energy foods were essential not for indulgence, but for survival, supplying vital warmth and stamina through long periods of cold. It is a tradition that continues to this day. Simple meals, prepared with purpose and eaten with appreciation. With renewed light, the traveller improves the camp, widening a bed platform, adjusting a barrier, or reinforcing a shelter wall. In northern history, these refinements weren't luxuries. They were acts of care that preserved strength over time. Each small improvement multiplied comfort and resilience during nights when the cold pressed hardest against the walls. As evening approaches once again, the cycle repeats. Fire sparks to life, radiating against the reflector wall. Boots and socks warm and dry in the glow. The world outside grows still and dark, while inside the shelter the traveller finds a rhythm as old as human presence in the north. The night passes in intervals, moments of rest punctuated by the quiet tending of flames, a practice described in countless journals and oral histories from Arctic and subarctic peoples. By the third morning, the camp has become a brief home. The tools crafted, the lessons reinforced, and the observations gathered speak to a deeper truth. Winter survival is not defined by dramatic feats, but by steady choices made hour after hour. It is guided by skills refined through centuries of human experience. Skills rooted in patience, awareness, and harmony with the land. As the traveller prepares to depart, the fire dims for the final time. The shelter stands as evidence of effort, resilience and respect for the harsh but magnificent environment around it. And with the faint hum of an engine breaking the silence, the long journey home begins. For those fascinated by the logic, history and practical philosophy behind wilderness survival, there is much more to explore. To continue this journey into the past and present of outdoor resilience, make sure to subscribe to Survival Logic and share this documentary with fellow enthusiasts. The wilderness has many stories, and together we'll keep uncovering them.